So the point of this, of Dot Day, and the reason I celebrate it, is not because I want you to make a dot. It's because what it celebrates is creativity. And the idea, and this is what I think about school, it sort of represents the way that I think about school. What I'm asking for you, and because you come in here and we're working on mostly Adobe Premiere, we're working on Photoshop right now, but when you first open those things up, sometimes that's really discouraging. And you might feel like Vashti, or when you're trying to do something, you might feel like Vashti and want to just punch the screen the same way that she took her pencil and punched it. Or you might not have Photoshop on yours. You might have to be using GIMP instead. And you want to take your mouse and you want to just kind of throw it. The same anger that she feels about it. The frustration that she felt. So what I'm asking of you is that you kind of be like Vashti. That you are willing to go ahead and learn from those mistakes or try new things. Be willing to experiment and try different things with the tools that we're using. It might feel very frustrating, but there's one new shortcut I want you to learn today, and that's Control-Z. Control-Z is edit undo. It'll undo the thing that you just did. Fix that problem. If you mess up on something, just undo it. I don't really believe that you ever learn anything by everything being easy. You only learn things is when you screw up and have to learn how to fix that mistake or learn how to do something differently. So I really just want to ask that in our class that's what you are willing to do, to try new things, to try and do something different, not drawing a dot all the time. But she learned that she can be an artist even if she didn't feel like she was. So even if you feel like this stuff's frustrating or really difficult, I'm asking that you're willing to try some stuff. The things that we're doing in this class, I want them to apply to you as an individual person. I try not to give you assignments that are very specific and say you must do this, like put the fire on the house. I try not to do that because I want you to take things that you want to do. I want you to be creative and try different things. Whatever job, whatever career you're expecting to have in the future, if you want to be a plumber, they make great money, it's a great job. Then I want you to learn to make your site aesthetically pleasing so that you can have a plumbing site and start your own company. So that your site will look good and it'll make that impression on people who go visit it or were looking for a plumber, that they want you because your site looks good, because of the impression that you're making online, because of the things that you're creating. So whatever it is you want to do, we've got people who are wanting to be vloggers, who are setting up their YouTube channels to start vlogging, and start adding green screens and doing lots of stuff like that. I can't think of any. If you want to do photography, then we should set up a website where you're making a portfolio for your photography. Everything that you want to do. If you want to be a welder, then show the things that you know. Set up a site, put your certifications on there, make a portfolio to say that. I know that sounds kind of silly, but that could make an impression when you're going to apply for a job. So that's really the idea, is to be creative. And so that's why I wanted to know about you on your dots. I wanted you to add the 5 images that are sort of coloring book style images, like Chance the Rapper. Coloring book. Anyway, I wanted you to learn a little bit about you and have this represent you. So again, we're going to take today, we're going to color them. We're going to use the Quiver app. We're going to download that, and then we're going to make the images come to life. And I want you to be able to share that. So when I say be like Vashti, you being willing to try something that seems silly or ridiculous or you might be embarrassed about might inspire somebody else to try something else and then to make something awesome because of it. So that's the idea about school for me, for our classes. It's not so much about you doing what I ask you to do, it's about you learning the skills that you need to make your life better, to give yourself more opportunities for a career, for everything. So that's really all I'm asking of you. I don't feel like that's a whole lot to ask. I don't. Some of you it's going to be a little tougher than others because you want everything to be told. You want step 1, step 2, do this, do that. I want you to be willing to learn things on your own and to try and to just try new things. So that's my rant. We're going to print them off. If you haven't emailed them to me, then we'll print them and email them to me and we'll print them. I'll help you email. I did make you email them because some of you probably never even actually checked your Gmail or used your email. You're like, how do I start? Where's the compose button? That's not something that is to make fun of someone about. They've never had to use that. They've never had to do it, and you have. So help those people out. Let's help each other out. Let's celebrate the idea behind Dot Day. Let's be creative. Let's learn together. Let's just have some fun instead of being sad at the end of the day because you have to go home after this class and you don't get to go back until first period tomorrow.